like nilifeel love language ili Nepali express kidogo, but pia sijui kama walikuwa na go for express all the love languages ama alikuwa na express love language, walikuwa na express their particular love language. Na unajua if your particular love language cannot be all the love languages, si ndio? Like inaweza kuwa tu
hakuna cha subliminal hapa, sio kwa particular. What you wish you are is what we are. Kila mara kushock the culture, jadish how deep you are, how sick you are.
Sana kwa sana EP reviews, yet another one, na tuko hapa kureview a collaborative EP kati ya Ethan Muziki na Watendawili. Watendawili, an offshoot group kutoka Kaskazini after breakup sa Yuaya na Onyach, ndio Watendawili na wame team up na Ethan Muziki for this project. Debut project ya Watendawili inaitwa Love Language, na tukifanya hizi reviews criteria si hutumia ni sioangalia the production and the musicality, the content and the themes, na the concept and the idea of a project.
So I loved the project, and I felt it was a really good project for a first time project and be by a group. I felt like walikuwa wameset bar so high that I'd want to listen to their next project. Well, it stick to theme throughout most of the songs for the album. I actually loved like songs like Asali, Unavailable, Melanin Girls. Nilikuwa napenda like production yao, nilikuwa napenda the harmonies zenye walikuwa wanaweka in some of the songs. Asali, I actually had a chuckle your first verse. Nicheka kidogo, kuna place walikuwa wanaongea about kunyonga and everything, kind of funny.
Ngoja Musoti, ngoja, how did I forget to do this? Aya, before uendelee, maoni yako, endelea kutugei kama Rainbow.
It is Pride Month. So, yeah. It's
Endelea. Bars kwa project za singers.
Sasa ndio like rappers wanafaa kupull their songs up. So I love this song. I didn't like how I didn't like the Melanin Girls na Anywhere You Are. Felt like they were very short songs. I felt like there was something more to give, especially for Anywhere You Are, where your voice kuja near the end. I think it's like the one when you collab in that song. The name but towards the end, I think, for sure. Yeah, that voice is quite unique, and I felt like I'd have loved to hear more of it. I also like the interlude a lot, not because I think some that I but walikuwa naongea about type na girl. So mimi in my head ikaenda kwa go juu Satoru wa nini Jujutsu Kaisen. Ule wa anauliza about type. Alafu watu like girls with big butts like Jennifer Lawrence. So like you check back to your anime. So your interlude, the fact that it took me to that anime, we don't know if it's something walikuwa wana go for or not, but it just made the album better for me. So in general, any album nitaisikiza tena juu I like what they're doing, and I like that this is where wanaendelea na nini. Do most people after whatever they when you really break and all, most people are putting the effort as much as that, but now at least our drop EP, and it's a good EP that is really good. In terms of theme, they keep to theme, and I love that too. You could hear the love language.
All right, so the EP kind of felt like, especially after listening to Asali, because I really liked Asali. It was a strong start to the project. But for me, I feel nika when you're on a journey and you're excited, about the journey itself and where it's going to lead to. But on the way, something happens to the vehicle or whatever, napata pancha, and then trip in a shavio. For some reason, you don't fix the car. So you don't get to where you're going. So all the excitement kind of dies along the way. That's how I felt with Love Language. And nearly feel the pancha came with the skit. I absolutely hated that skit. For me, haikunitake to anime, ilinitake to an Eric Wainaina project where he did skits, but the skits were done by Ridiculous Crew, akina KJ and those guys.
Yo, hizo skits zilikuwa muenda.
Yo,
hizo skits zilikuwa yo. He
that's how you do a comical skit. Like, it was perfection. And I feel, I don't know if that's what they were going for. Ili feel, first of all, it was the whole Melanin Girls was very misplaced, because from Asali to Unavailable, Nili feel nika they're focusing on one girl, and even Unavailable says, I'm unavailable, nishapata keeper. So every one of them is saying, I have my girl, so everyone, all girls is any John Tav kuangusha, but I'm unavailable. Then from Unavailable, you go to I like Melanin Girls. So it's more general, because you asked what's your type. I don't know, nili feel nika wame via away from what the focus was on. And then Anywhere You Are, sikupenda Anywhere You Are as well. Though I felt it was a bit better than Melanin Girls, the writing and another production. Melanin Girls was like upbeat and the keys. But for me, what ruined Anywhere You Are was the vocal at the end. Sijikani watoi walikuwa naimba. I don't know why they added that part, because walikuwa off completely. I don't know, with Watendawili and Ethan, I expect it's a vocal album, so I expect your vocals to be on point. So to do that, I really feel it kind of took away from the project. By the time we get to Sweet Matunda was okay, but it was a really short project, so how can I much room for an error? So na feel nika by the time we get to Sweet Matunda, the damage like ilikuwa ishafanyika. And also looking at the whole love language concept, sikufeel nikawa ili carry through. The five love languages, time, gifts, and all that stuff. What is it? Actions. Nilifeel Sweet Matunda was the only one that kind of touched on the love language, and also of course love language and Asali. But Nilifeel if it was to be a concise EP, wange expound on the different five languages, or on the different five love languages, and show how they're treating this one girl, like what is their love language. At the end of the day, siku get love language yao until Sweet Matunda, where he says, kaa chini nipige dasta because you deserve a break. That's a love language, acts of kindness or something like that. All in all, strong start, but halfway through the EP kind of got lost. And then Sweet Matunda was an okay ending, but ingekuwa much better if in the middle wange stick to how they started and kind of follow that thought through. Yeah.
Yo. Mazejo, tukaanza na Asali, hata mimi nilicheka. Other considering the title of the track, as inspired, then you atakuwa that like sort of tongue in cheek.
Unajua umeanza hivyo nikadhani nasema perhaps unanyonga na Asali.
Do Mazijo.
Wait. There's a joke there, tongue in cheek. If you get it.
Anyway, really appreciate the fact that the title of the project haikuwa na title track, sort of, because although All or Nothing ilikuwa title track at the project, but like hakuita the project All or Nothing, which I appreciated. Pia Unavailable pia nikacheka kiasi. Pia naisistia patikani atake story. Sasa vile tulivyo kwa interlude, mimi nilikuwa confused. Like I didn't sisi ati nilipenda, lakini pia sote nilichukia. Nilikuwa tunashanga imetoka out of nowhere, yani like we were nilifeel come out of left field. Siku get the humor beat, but nilikuwa naelewa what they were going for, but like nilichakol kiasi. Now on to Melanin Girls, nilifeel it was as in akuandikia Melanin Girls other than kushindwa mention to Melanin Girls, as in that song was nilifeel it was a waste on the project. Ingekuwa it was sung haikuandikwa vizuri, because hata ukigo the last verses kuna the last verse, I'm trying to remember like what exactly like wasema, like there was no mention of melanin girls, there was no description, hakuwa kutupaintia any pictures, as in
like the melanin girl behind you.
Wait. Itabaki ukisikia hiyo ngoma kwa hiyo EP, uplay video ya nini Sauti Sol na pato ranking on mute. Upate clear picture.
Ndio naona wazee. Vile nisikia Melanin Girls, like hata over every time nikisikiza say project, by the time na hit Melanin Girls nasikia wamenichosha. Like I felt as if they were doing well, as in sort of the previous songs were written extremely stellar, but zilikuwa creative, zilikuwa slightly out of the box. Even nilikuwa na feel anywhere you are na Sweet Matunda, by the time unafika hapo, like I had checked out of the project unfortunately, but hiyo ya Sweet Matundas niliget hiyo love language, but as kabla Roger amesema, hata mimi nilifeel hiyo love language ili nepali express kidogo, but pia sijui kama walikuwa na go for express all the love languages ama alikuwa na express love language, walikuwa na express their particular love language. Na unajua if your particular love language cannot be all the love languages, ndio like inaweza kuwa tu wewe ni acts of service na kuimba unajua like yeah, unajua na kuoffer gifts, like maybe you ndio zako hizo zingine, spending times yako, touch yako, si unajua mala ama anyway. Overall nilifind the instrumentation really beautiful over the project. The lyrics hazikuni compel to a point where ningetaka kusikiza tena, because for me replay value you come into like nasikia kile artist anasema.
Naweza sema the production in terms of how the instrumentation ilikuwa ina sound, wali come through, na kulikuwa na creativity along hizo lines with an R&B feel, with a pop feel, kulikuwa na pia some horns hapo ndani, kulikuwa na some funky and captivating bass lines zenye ungesikia, and I'm assuming huyo ni Aizo alikuwa naziplay cause you play bass, Ethan ucheza guitar, so najua wali handle a lot of the production on the project, I'm assuming wali handle a lot of production on the project. And ni amazing sana kuona Watendawili back on their feet, na wali after shit goes out on Soul Generation waliendelea, the two brothers wali get together, keep on doing their stuff, na nimependa how almost immediate imekuwa that wametoa a project na wame get together na waka release an EP na Ethan Muziki. I think story ya concept Roger ame break down vipo, and also pia Kenya Irauko umesema in terms of express love language vitu tofauti, and kuna Sweet Matunda which ilikuwa nayo I think kwa All or Nothing, asking the actual question what's your love language, na the second last song wakiongelea story ya kuitisha forgiveness na kusema wangetaka kuwa pamoja. So kuna hizi ideas hapa na pale, but I think the concept in terms of execute better, na since the love language ndio the title, perhaps walikuwa na go for a subtle approach, but pengine the expression of the concept ingekuwa more pronounced ama ingekuwa better na come out clearly na clearer than it is ukisikiza the project. Roger ni kama steal words from me, because nilikuwa na feel nikiangalia how the project is, ukianza from Asali, kuna a sort of focus on a particular partner, a particular person. They are telling different stories, yes, but kuna that commitment to one particular person from all the verses. And the last time nilikuwa ilikuwa half term, and then ukisikia Ethan akiimba naongelea story ya tulipendana, nilikunotice tangu siku za shule za upili, and then now you carry that to the next song. And also acha ni mention, nikisikia Asali nilifeel, listening to the harmonies, nilikuwa na feel a huge influence ya Bien and how Bien would do the harmonies. Perhaps it was just me. And then nikisikiza how when the chorus comes in and that segment of the song and the instrumentation and the harmonies for the chorus, for some reason ilinikumbusha Leave the Door Open ya Silk Sonic for some reason, and even the funky bassline that inachezwa hapo ilinikumbusha hiyo ngoma. But ukiangalia from that song and then going into All or Nothing, they're still focusing on this one person. All or Nothing ni mimi na wewe, and then ina culminate into the third song venye mmesema I'm unavailable. Nilipenda I love how that song sounds, ilinibamba sana how the I'm unavailable, nilipenda venye ili sound and how they did it, and kusema niko airplane mode, mi sipatikani, nimepata my person who I'm focusing on. Kuna point where Ethan anasema nilikuwa na look forward to kisses and anniversaries. So it's a culmination from the previous two songs that tumefika hii point na it's you and I pamoja kwa a long term sort of thing, na tuko committed to this relationship na to our union. The interlude mi ilinibamba and nilipenda how that came through, because knowing Onyach na knowing Eugene au kuanga comical na au kuanga humorous, so kuona their personality coming out na having that in the project, nilipenda how you can have your personality in a project na ishow out kwa the interlude. And then pia ilikuwa ina now interlude and how it ties into Melanin Girls, ilikuwa ina break the sort of chilled pace that the three previous songs zilikuwa nazo, and ili bring I love the energy switch and the dancehall feel ya Melanin Girls, and even the la 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 na 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 na, it's a famous dancehall song na how waliitumia. Nilipenda how it switched the energy na feel ilikuwa necessary at that particular point, that midsection. However yes, ilikuwa humorous, ilinibamba. One, sikupenda how they brought it back kwa the next song Melanin Girls, na feel tu wange go into it bila ku bring an excerpt of the same kwa the following track, wangeenda tu nayo. And then secondly, na Roger ndo alikuwa ulisema Kenya alikuwa na feel kuhusu that segment of the project and that particular song, you have been showing us your commitment to one particular person, and now suddenly out of nowhere unapenda size yote, unapenda sizes zote, size j kwa shida kwako, unajua wewe ndo ule msee unajua, so because tunafanya nini exactly, so in as much as nilipenda ati in as much as nilipenda venye ilibadilisha the energy concept wise, ilikuwa nje, and I think you notice that because Ethan and sijui how that happened, ukisikia Ethan anafanya vasi ya mwisho, vasi ya pili Onyach, alafu vasi ya kwanza Eugene Yoaya, but ukisikia vasi ya Ethan ya mwisho yeye akisema I love my Melanin Girls, you kanyi mnamjua, but Ethan ndo akona the heavy voice, akisema I love my Melanin Girl, yeye anasema singular, asemi plural. And then when the chorus comes again, you will go back to the I love my Melanin Girls in plural. Yeah, maintain, but sana you are working on this project together to put together a piece of work that communicates a consistent message, and so ilikuwa expected that all of you mkuwe on the same page. And then pia ilikuwa niwaulize, kuna any correlation yenye I do not know about? Nyinyi ni wanasayansi, you are the intelligent people here. Kuna any correlation kati ya Melanin Girls na kukunywa pombe na kutotingika? Because that was a line. Unajua wanakunywa na watingiki, I love Melanin Girls. Is there any scientific correlation?
Well, according to studies, studies have shown
scientific research,
to studies, done by a
Harvard
university, KU.
KU na Juja. Juu nilikuwa na shangaa ini Kenya Irauka amesema in terms of describing the Melanin Girls and that specific attribute, hakuna kwenye ilienda. So una mention venye hawatingiki and you love your Melanin Girls, and then verse 2 ya Onyach anasema, nilipenda hiyo idea at the men's conference, and hiyo comical aspect again, akisema ando the main quotient, but Melanin Girls or squeezy relationships are open, but if you have a Melanin Girl you are okay. So si get Kenya alikuwa anajaribu ku communicate, is it that they are not unfaithful and they don't like, not unfaithful because open relationships sometimes people agree. So is it that they're not for open relationships? Or, so I seek to understand what that has to do with Melanin Girls in particular. So the execution of the song na of the idea haikuenda anywhere, and then unajua niko surprised na mosote sitakuanika, sitasema umesikia hii project lini na sangapi. I won't mention because the moment umesema ulipenda what Nigel did at the end of at the end of that song Nikoza, did you listen to the same thing? Because Roger amesema that thing was off na ili sound
I
vibaya.
didn't find it pure off.
It
I
was
felt like it was going somewhere, but the song was too short for them to finish whatever idea they had, whatever idea they were going for.
Wait. That wasn't a kid.
Exactly because mi ilifeel ka huyo ni mtoi na ilikuwa off, so sijui kama walikuwa na feature mtoi kumpea a shot, and ilinikumbusha mnakumbuka ngoma ya Isa Mgavi kwa the album The Showman, pia alikuwa na sister yake. Unakumbuka? Yeah. So kuna hii idea ya kuficha watoi on songs. Beyonce has done the same na mtoi wake kwa project yake. Sijui kama just giving them a shot, but it doesn't sound good.
I didn't mind it actually. I felt like it was an idea, but the song was too short for them to fully exploit.
The song was so anamua length ya ngoma.
Najua, but
alafu again tumetoka from Melanin Girls, unapenda mademu wengi, then the next song ni kama you're back to kwenye ulituachia kwa song 3. Now this person ni kama ameenda, and now unaanza kusema nangoja rudi home, nasubiri you come back. Ilikuwa disjointed. If wange merge hiyo na concept ya kupenda mademu wengi and then ni kama alikuwa unfaithful, perhaps inge match, and perhaps that's what they were going for, but hakukuwa na a link to that particular song and idea. And then Sweet Matunda finishes the project, and then also pia coming to Sweet Matunda akuja kuwa na a resolution the problem kwa Anywhere You Are, but now kwa Sweet Matunda as it ends, the song sounds beautiful and sounds amazing, but now wakisema sijui kama utachill na mimi hata kama sina kitu, but song number 1, 2 na 3 tayari kulikuwa na a presentation na a depiction that you are a union na mko pamoja. So why are we coming again 6, 7 songs down the line kuanza kuuliza hizi maswali zenye zafaa kwa huko hivyo awali? So ilifeel kulikuwa na nini, the ideas ilikuwa disjointed up, and also I think the production, yes, it's a good fast effort for their project, but I feel the production kikuja kwa the mixing na the mastering could have been a bit better na improved. Any additional?
I'm unavailable.
Dear viewer, tuambie kama uko available na kama ulisikia hii kazi. Kama uko available na una watch video this far, tuambie maoni yako kuihusu kwa comment section, na asante sana kwa kutazama.